Good afternoon, my name is Robert and I try things. Today I'm going to try replacing the L button on my Switch Joy-Con. This is the left one, obviously, since we're replacing the L button. It's not my first time replacing one of these buttons, but I'm going to try not to go crazy trying it because the way the ribbon has to go in this thing is annoying. So yeah, we'll see if I can get it back together without tearing my hair out. I also wanted to try a new piece of equipment. You can't see it because it's just out of frame here, but I was able to mount my DSLR directly above where I'm working rather than having it off here to the side. So you'll be able to see better what I'm doing. It's basically this setup, which give me just a second, before I show you exactly what it looks like, let me switch over to that. Okay. So it's this setup. Excuse me. This setup. So it's basically a metal bar with a counterweight on one end and camera on the other end. I didn't use a bunch of metal washers on this end. I used a couple of 500 milliliter water bottles. And my bar is not quite as big around as his, but it's longer. And yeah, it's working fairly nicely. It's not the most stable thing, but it's not attached to my desk. So as I move around and I shift the desk and everything, it's not going to translate into big time wobbles because, you know, it's 2.5 feet away from its center of balance and everything. And it's, you know, weighted and it's on aluminum, so it's going to be bendy anyway. So, but it should be nice. The thing I had ordered originally that was like 60 bucks was out of stock. It got back ordered. So I wish they had been more accurately keeping track of their stock before. Hi, Ari. Siren, which do you have one of those that you prefer now? Anyway, hi, Uwu. I've got a new rig for my DSLR to show what I'm working on the desktop. It cost me $12 and a blood blister. I have a blood blister now on my finger. But, you know, that's much better than paying $60 for something that's out of stock. And then even once it got back into stock, now that I think about it, it was going to need to attach to my desk. So anytime I moved my desk, which is not hard to do, it's not hard to do. You see the little bit of shake here in this camera? Siren inside your own channel, Ariel, Ari, or Siren are fine otherwise. Okay. Then you know what? I think I'm just going to stick with Ariel. Hi, Ariel. Love you. Anyway, so the other one was going to attach to my desk, and it doesn't take much to move my desk such that it would be very wobbly. So actually, this is better having its own separate thing on my tripod so that moving my desk doesn't affect that. Now, you will still see some movement if I shift my desk relative to the camera, but it's only the desk moving, and that will settle out fairly quickly. So let's switch over to that. Oh yeah, I gotta turn it on. Ta-da! Isn't that cool? Okay, something shifted. Okay, once it stops moving, it should stop moving. But ta-da! Now we are directly over where I'm working, rather than being over here pointed down at where I'm working. This is nice. So, we're going to be taking apart the Joy-Con and replacing this button, the L button, because it doesn't work anymore. I don't know what causes it not to work, but it's the second time it's happened. You know what? It may have been the Y button, or excuse me, the R button that wasn't working previously. So Nintendo has put these together with screws that have a Y shape in them. They're not Phillips head, they're not flathead. They're a special Y shape. So I had to get a special Y-shaped screwdriver to be able to take this apart. So you know what? I'm going to need to figure out some way to keep track of all these tiny screws. I'm going to put it, let's see, get that just on the screen there. I'm going to put them inside the tape roll here so that I don't lose them, because I am clumsy. Non-zero chance, probably better than 50% chance that I would like knock them off onto the floor and they would be lost forever. Now, the kit that I got came with, I think, yeah, some replacement screws if necessary, so that's nice. But I'd rather not have to do that if I don't have to. Ariel, how is your Saturday going? It is Saturday, right? Yeah, it's Catterday. How is Clara's Catterday going? Okay. That's all the screws on this thing, right? What is that? I don't know. So it should come apart without too much trouble, but I do have this guitar pick looking thing to help it come apart where my fingers can't do it. Not missing a screw, am I? It's acting like I missed a screw. It is still together in some fashion. Maybe, oh, it's because it's supposed to come apart this way, not that way. Oh, so that means I'm missing a screw inside here. Okay, well, that's the first thing I'm gonna do is put the screw back here that holds this in place, because apparently I lost one previously. Or wait, no, there is no screw hole. Okay, that's just the way it goes. Well, that's not the greatest. Okay, so in order to get at this switch, we have to take this thing almost completely apart. And actually, it's not even this switch that gives me the trouble. It's this one. Trying to bend this around the way that it needs to go. Where did my tweezers go? Anyway, I went with my Row-Life kit. Okay, so battery needs to come out. And apparently you can replace these if necessary. Do I want to pull that completely off? I don't think I do. That looks like it would be difficult to get out safely. So we're gonna need... there we go. There's another screw in here, and this one is a Phillips head. Clara is napping nicely in front of you. Your day is going interestingly. You spent some time with a new friend, and it was nice. Yay, new friends. New friends are nice. Did you do anything interesting for Labor Day? Okay, will that come up now? Or do I need to undo those two? I think I need to undo those two. So I take it you're either off today or already done working, or... Oh, okay, so I don't have to undo that. Or, huh. Oh, wow, yeah, that is really broken off. Wow. That is not in there. It's not soldered on there super strongly. So, okay. Switch comes out there. The button comes out there. This is a different length screw. I'm gonna set that outside the thing. Tape. Corin, you both had Labor Day off together, so you spent the day together. What were you doing? What did you get up to? Okay. So is that part of the switch also? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, and then it needs to come out of this zip socket. There we go. There we go. So that's the old one. And what broke, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this to focus on it. Focus on my hand. don't know if I'm going to be able to communicate that well. This little black spot here is the actual button, and it has 3 contacts on the back that go into this ribbon, and those contacts are what broke. It seems like maybe the L button got pressed too hard. You don't remember what you did that day, probably just our normal routine of chores and quality time. Quality time is great. Okay, so now I need to get a new one out, which is that this one? Or is it the other one? It's... let's see. So this, the old one was folded back. Okay, so this folds against the ribbon. Okay, so that is the right one. Oh crap, you can't see what I'm doing now. I wish I had a way to refocus it without having to touch it, but it's not too bad. Okay, let's get this back into that ZIF socket. ZIF stands for Zero Insertion Force, meaning it doesn't have to like click into place, you're just sliding it in. Go. And then there's a locking flap, like a lever that flips over it to hold it in place. So there's that, and then we get this part screwed back down, this rigid part. Okay, and then we're gonna fold the button part over. That's an interesting way to have to do that. Why? I don't know. They spent millions of dollars developing this. I guess that's the best way they could come up with it. And one more screw. So what I'm going to do now is test and make sure that this button works on my switch, which is right here, before... I guess I should actually stick the button back on before I do that. Okay, so note to self, this button setup is very fragile, so I don't need to be pressing on this button super hard. Okay, so that's in place. So get the other Joy-Con to wake this up. Go. Need you to wake this one up. Okay, cool. There it goes. That is what I need this button to do. Activate that power. Sweet. Go back to sleep. Alright, that didn't take as long as I thought it would, so now I just gotta get this back together, which is not the trial that I was afraid it was gonna be. Put a cat hair in there. Why did I have so much trouble with this previously? I was replacing the stick that had drifted, and something about that was god-awful with getting one of the ribbons back where it needed to be. I don't know. Maybe it was more in the right one. Okay. Here, silver screw. You know what, now that I think about it, I have not previously had the left Joy-Con open. I only ever have replaced the stick on the right Joy-Con because those are the ones that tend to drift because you're using it more for like camera movement and stuff. At least I am. Okay, got those screws back in, get the battery back. Get this back into place. Cool, got a little click. That is still working, so now we just have these 4. Ah, it's the Y shape. Screws. That didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. I'll probably switch over to working on the train then. Train scene. Come on, you're magnetic, right? Oh, maybe not enough. Now, this rig that I built for my camera, I did build it such that it can be offset a couple of inches from center, so it can come this way toward me, 3 inches. I'd have to add more weight to the other end, but there's already, I think, more than enough weight over there. But there's not really a need to. This is honestly pretty perfect. This is literally just a 4-foot length of U-shaped aluminum bar and a couple of holes and some bolts and nuts and washers. Now, you do already have to have some of the camera specific equipment, but like the ball mount that is actually holding the camera, you do have to have that, and you have to have the tripod and the detachable foot plate for that. But the rest of it, $12 at the hardware store. Okay, let's double check if this still works the way that it's supposed to. Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. Cool beans. All right. Perfect. All right, I guess now we can switch over to the train. Let me update my title. So I don't need any of this anymore, really just the tweezers. The tape. So much more room on the surface of my desk now, I don't know what to do with it. Okay, so here are my instructions that you still can't read because of dynamic range, that's a thing. Okay, so where did we leave off? Now let me get this back out of the way. So we had just here. This was the last thing I did. Okay. So the last thing I did was attach the train itself, the train car, to the base. So this is what everything together looks like right now. Okay, so I can't show both cameras at once, but this is what it looks like for now. So we've still got this side and the back and the top, and I think there's actually even more that's going to go behind on this side, and then some base stuff. So I feel like we're a little better than half done, or maybe just a little less than half done, but it doesn't look like there's too much more parts-wise to do. So I'm hoping to knock that out in the next couple of hours, so we'll get started on that. So that stays there. Oh, no, it doesn't stay there. I need this, and I'm gonna need... All right. there are screws, and I'm going to need E32. E32. I've been looking forward to using this one. It's the one with the touch sensor, or where you can touch through for the lights. This is a lighted little scene, which is very nice. Okay. So E32 got holes in the switch here. It's a touch switch? Yeah, none of that moves. So it's a touch switch and just goes behind here, and if I touch on that power mark, it's going to turn it on. But I do need some screws. Where are screws? P12 times 2. As far as I can tell, there's only one type of screw in here, so I'll just go ahead and get those out. Okay, 2 screws, a little screwdriver. So we're attaching this to here. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little bit of glue in these holes, just because it's very easy to strip these very soft pine boards, more or less. Oh no, we're gummed closed. Can you poke that open? Okay. That should flow now. Just a teeny tiny little drop of glue in each of these holes. Okay, that is larger than I really intended, but whatever. Okay, and then we need to glue this with this side, or excuse me, screw this with this side down. And the screws are there. Is this magnetic? Yes, it is. Wonderful. Where's the hole? Is there another size screw? Okay. Gonna be a tight fit. There we go. We are in the hole. Boot Soup, Errant Knight! Hey, yo! Good afternoon. I hope you're having a good afternoon at work, Splatap. I feel like you might have the most fun job of anybody I know. So, Errant Knight, you missed the much shorter than anticipated adventure of replacing the switch inside the L button on my Joy-Con. It only took... how long have I been live? There's a counter somewhere. Yeah, it only took maybe 20 minutes. Okay, that is attached. Don't want to screw that too tight. Yeah, it only took maybe 20 minutes. Okay, next. So does this need to go? No, it's still not attached yet. I need to get some fencing in place before I do that. Okay. So I need D8, D7. So I'm hoping to put together a time-lapse video of building this. And it's going to be kind of funny when the last section is going to be from a totally different angle. Errant Knight, do you like the directly top-down angle? Your job title means something different to every dang company. That is unfortunate. Yeah, looking for jobs sucks. Although, from what you've told me, you've got enough experience, especially like managerial experience, that people should be like fighting over you. Or companies should be fighting over you. And then which side goes down on this one? Yeah, this. Okay. Wait. You had 18 years software testing overall, 12 in management. Didn't stop them from laying you off. No, that's correct. That is true. We can't argue that. But there are lots of other companies gonna be salty. Yeah, I mean, like, valid. You have good reason to be salty. It's just it does make you valuable to other companies anyway, even if your current or previous, most recent company couldn't see that. Okay, so yeah, okay. So that goes there. And this all needs to go underneath here. There's okay, there's that. This is gonna be a tight fit. Hope I don't break anything. Okay, nothing broken yet. Where's... There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Yay, nothing broken. Okay. Let me make sure the focus is good on this. That's good. All right. Turn the page. Okay, now we're fixing the left side, which is this... Oh, Unit U. There it is. This whole deal. And that's gonna be... So it's gonna slot into a few things, and then gonna be able to screw it into place eventually, but... Okay, so... Down here. This is where it's gonna get interesting. This music is not working for me right now. That's better. Nope, nope, nope. I need both of you to go in. It is a Book Nook scene, yes. Come on now. There's a lot of things sliding past each other that needs to happen here. Eh, crap. Okay, this needs to go back where it was. Okay. Now... Come on, get in there. Saw me putting together the train in a prior episode. You thought it was like a model panorama. It's kind of both. It's a panorama of the little train crossing, but it's going to go in a bookshelf. Come on, you can do it. You're the last one. There we are. We are attached. Yes. Cool. Okay, so now that's on there. So I need F16 and D33. D33 is this one. Okay, so we're gonna run wiring through this. I see the markers for that. F16, there's 17, here's 16. Okay, so let's see. Printed side up, F16 goes into here, which you can't see at this moment. And then this together goes onto the back of here. I don't know why that wasn't just attached prior to getting it onto base, but okay, so there's that. So now, okay, wires. No. Okay, so we're not actually touching the wires yet. So now this is unit X. The whole thing together right now is unit X. So we'll set that aside for the time being. And then now I need F7 and D12. So F7. It's going to be the front frame. There it is. A bunch of my hair and cat hair over there. Okay. All these chads off. How has your catter day been, Errant Knight? Besides job hunting. B12, great. And we're gonna glue this onto there. Where did my sandpaper go? Oh, there it is. Okay. The glue got gummed up again. Oh, hey, I forgot this comes off. We can just clean this out. This doesn't need to, like, have anything pulled out, does it? No. Lots of sleep today, feeling better overall. Kinda sick. Jeez! Oh. But still, that's not fun, dropping 10 pounds in a week. Yeah, that is a lot of stress. So, like, it was no warning. No one said anything about layoffs coming. And they're gonna miss you, I can tell you that. Anybody who has that much experience in anything is gonna be missed. So, be looking for news for that company to have a problem. Not like you didn't need to lose the weight, but this... No, not the way to do it. Not the way to do it. Okay. Got this glue on here. There we go. Now we're gluing again. We want to lose weight in healthy ways. But, yeah, I weigh the most I've ever weighed right now. So I'm not really one to talk. Which, I'm not, like, obese, but 183 just makes me not happy. For most of my life, I was 145. Well, that's not entirely true anymore. I keep forgetting how old I am. Until I was 25 or so. Now that is most of my life. I was 145 150-ish. So I guess gaining 30 pounds in 8 years isn't the absolute worst, but I don't know. Okay, so now we need some bees. So bee, what is that? Wait a minute. I have a feeling that I missed... Shit. I have a feeling that I missed way back when this C-38 needed to go somewhere. Already had a coworker text you saying your loss is already being felt. Got new equipment in, one of your specialties, and nobody knows any idea what to do. Yeah. Yep, nope, I completely... Okay. Okay. Well, this is gonna have to come unglued. If it will let me. That's not good. This clear plastic here has apparently bonded much better to the wood than I would have expected it to. Shite. So is it worth it to try to glue this over the top of the plastic? It's gonna look dumb. Okay, so this is the biggest mistake I've made so far. See, this was supposed to go in between the plastic and the wood here. Let's see if I can maybe get this under here to help separate. No, it's not going to work. I'd be pulling the blue off of the wood here, so the only option left to me is just to go ahead and glue this on top of there. It's going to look a little funny if you look closely at it, but here's hoping we're not going to look too closely at it. Crap. Well, it is what it is, I suppose. I was never gonna be perfect at this. Yeah, it does happen when there's this many parts. Okay. Ow. Yeah, and then so this part is gonna end up going like this over that. So it's not gonna be felt too badly. I hit the Windows key. Okay, now where was I? That's right. So I picked this up, and that's when I noticed that that piece was there. So what have we got here? Where was the C-12 supposed to go? I feel like I missed something way back on the train part. But whatever. So what do I need now? Oh, this is all the C stuff. I don't need that. I need B. 2 B-19s and a D4. 19. Here they are. Let's see, how far down this way can you see? So I could theoretically zoom this out a little bit. There we go. Even some more. Why is it zoomed in quite all that? Oh, because the Joy-Con was small. Let's see, how far? Eesh, that's another 2 inches. That's all I'm willing to, oops, zoom it at this point. Okay. Alright, now I also need beef. And that's neat. Okay, and then this gets attached to the front of here. It's pointing downward. Okay, so there's the sign. And then we get some more roof stuff. Okay, so I need a bunch of bee stuff. So 2 B13s, 4 B26s. I feel like this could have been handled a little better. All these pieces. Okay, so there's the 13s. So those go on the end. Ends. And then in between go the 26s. Come on now. Okay, and then I need I1. This is the second to last corrugated piece. Kinda wonder why they didn't just use them in order, but whatever. Okay. I am glad you're feeling some kind of better, Aaron Knight. This whole thing goes over top of the sign. I don't love all these awnings that don't have support underneath them. I don't love that. But it is what it is. No flowers going on the top of this one. Layoffs are a reality in your industry, but it's no fun feeling like something some rich guy scraped off his shoe. Yeah, no. I don't even have anything to say to that because just capitalism sucks. They are apparently already regretting it. Oh wow, that switch came all the way off. Button. Huh. Anyway. And reviewing who they jettisoned, they got rid of just dozens of decades of specialized expertise. Yeah, that's nuts. Well, probably because the people without all the experience are cheaper. to keep and or hire. That's all it is. It's all the money. It's entirely about the moolah. Okay. So this slots into a couple places and actually gets screwed in to one place. Okay. Okay, going down in that, and down into there. Your team is regretting it. The rich people don't care. Yeah. Wait a minute. I have an extra one of these. Did I forget? Oh, I did forget one. Okay. I'm back off for a moment. Come on. There we go. There's not a place for another one of these. It shows 4. No, it only shows 3. Okay. Well, okay. I miscounted. Probably what happened, my brain was, okay, there's a, what was the number? B26, and then plus 3 lines, so that makes 4. Okay, and then now I need to screw that in, so screws are in here. These are very small screws. Okay, and then we're gonna put a little bit of glue in this screw hole. Oh, there are also notches on this side. There it goes. This screw hole is much larger, so it has a bigger need for the glue. Who there? Eric is here. Ariel is lurking, theoretically. Hola, Eric. Hydrate or dihydrate time, by the way. I will grab that after I get this screw in. There we go. Screw is in. Ariel is still here. Cool. Errant Knight has had a week. Okay. Oh, there's a slot in up here, too. Okay. There we go. That's much less flimsy now. Okay, and then there's going to be something going in. There's a hole right here. And then there's another panel that goes on this side, and I feel like there's going to be another thing to notch into there. So it's going to have a little bit more support than I originally thought. Yeah, really unhappy. Bad week. Okay. Now, what is all this? I guess we'll find out. So we've got, excuse me, F4, 5, and 17. I've been wondering about these pieces because they're the same. And 17 was one of the first ones to just fall out. Okay, oh, and so was this G3, also one of the first ones to fall out. And then E56, 2 of them. E. Okay. At least you got severance. 56, there they are. Yeah, because it wasn't due to your performance. It was just company hygienes. Are you gonna jump up here and get in the way? That would be so like you. Okay. So we've got G3. And it's the same on both sides, so it doesn't really matter. The E56s go here. Yeah. And then the printed side of all 3 of these goes toward the some E52s. How many? 2? Oh, milk cream pie in Errant Knight's honor. I feel like the important thing for Errant Knight to remember is that he is desirable to other companies, and maybe they'll treat him better. Who knows? It seemed like maybe that wasn't the greatest company anyway. If I remember some of what you told me. We'll work something out. I know a lot of people move to different companies. Yeah. At this point, it's less what you know, because you're already expert in whatever. There's a good bit of who you know at this point. Okay. This lamp cover. Okay. Ah, crap, I just realized all of this is backwards. Oh, well, at least all of that stayed together. The tab on this G3 needs to be on the other side. But at least it wasn't, like, glued together and already in place on the larger set. To explain the company, the place he worked at was the local office. The head office was full of bonkers lunatics, and the local office was amazing and full of really good folks. Okay. Scroll of many prospects +3. There you go. Is that a thing? Is that a D&D thing? Is that real? If it's not, Eric just made it. Okay. Now, D19. This is D? Yes. 19 there. Gonna have to glue some flowers to this one. Okay, printed side that direction, and we're going on that tab that I just fixed by flipping around. Okay, now we turn the page. So I'm not gluing the flowers before I put this down. Okay, so this is going across the top as like an overall lighting for the deal. And it's going in this direction? Oh, okay, okay. This way. And it's going... okay. Or, no, it goes into that. Is that right? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. I really feel like I want to glue these flowers before I get this onto here. Grapevine stuff you've heard makes it seem like the local office faces further cuts. That's... Tell you what, you guys all just start your own company. Treat each other fairly. I don't even have to look at what flowers these are because there are only 2 left. A small one and a larger one. I feel like I might be done with this panel now. I feel like I missed some yellow stuff way back in the beginning on the train part, but apparently it's not a super big deal. team got moved to a manager in Texas, wondering why the Texas manager and not another Pennsylvania manager, and what you were told was your former boss's boss said it was because they're safer under the Texas manager because he's not going anywhere. Oh. Okay, so the whole Pennsylvania office may just end up not existing. That's not awesome. Oh, come on now. That doesn't want to stay together. Should I glue that? It's pulling apart this way. If I do glue it, I'm gonna have to hold it in place until it sets. So we may be sitting here a minute while this sets a little bit. What is next? So that's in place. So now we're gonna need to flip it around here and do some more wiring junk. What is that? E55? There's another one. James, stop it! James is picking food out of the feeder. Yay, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let me make sure the camera doesn't die. It'll butt amazing when finished and butted. Maybe butt spot no, but it's still funny. Are you going to be able to stay in place here, or are you going to pull apart and you're going to have to re-glue you and make it even uglier? Did I put this upside down? How did I did. Well, I guess it's a good thing that the glue hadn't set yet. Wait, hold on. Something is not right here. Okay. So, got this tab. Did I do it right the first time and I an idiot? I guess I did it right the first time and I'm an idiot. The glue had not yet set. I'm also going to go ahead and glue on this fascia piece that has the flowers on it because it's very wobbly. It's only connected right in the middle. James, I'll be right back, guys. Stop. Annoying sound. These guys don't understand and can't understand, are incapable of understanding. It is beyond their understanding that picking food out of the next section of the auger in the feeder is just stealing from their next meal. So they're just going to be hungry next time. Yeah, it's... At least I caught it in time to fix it. Okay, so we're going to glue this. I can hear the Roomba running upstairs, even though it's not actually Roomba brand. We're not spending $700, $1,000 on a robot vacuum. But $350 is way more understandable for the Eufy by Anchor, I believe. Okay. RoboVac G30 Edge. I don't know why I put glue on that surface. That surface is not in contact with anything. Okay, third time's the charm here. Maybe, no, I was gonna say maybe that's part of why it was pulling apart, but I think it's just because the way back when, the very bottom here where the water is, I think it's just slightly like a 32nd of an inch too far this way. The Yumba? No, it's called the RoboVac G30 Edge is the model. I'm kind of surprised that iRobot trademarked Roomba and not RoboVac, because RoboVac to me is a much catchier name and more appropriate for what it does. Okay, please stay in place now. All right, now we can move on to the little wiring bit. All right, so I need this thing that I just flipped over into here. Yep. Ah, it came apart, damn it. Okay, so we're gonna sit here and talk for a little bit while the glue dries. So Eric, you know what? Where is, okay, phone camera. I'm gonna attempt to show you guys this setup here. Okay, no audio. Start, and cool, you can see the phone camera. So Eric, this is what I put together for getting the camera overhead. So there's the camera. There's a little like 3/4 of an inch aluminum R, and then at the other end there is my two 16.9 ounce water bottles as a counterweight on the tripod I already had, and then the camera is attached to a ball mount that I already had. Ah, this lens needs to be cleaned. But yeah, just wanted to show you that. Now we can go back to the nice view. Cora's friend, Hope, bought you a blanket because she knows you like spooky things. Barely gotten to use it since she gave it to you, and Clara has claimed it as hers. What is spooky? Is it like bats, or kitties, or skeletons, or what? Let's see. I have 1 day left to redeem my reward in the Taco Bell app. Maybe this has said enough. I don't know. James is about to go out in the catio. Oh, I didn't hydrate. Hydrate or dihydrate. Gothy mermaids? Okay, this is a thing I have to see. Can you put a picture in your Discord? Gothy mermaids. I'm really curious what that would even look like. You probably already put it in your Discord, and I don't pay attention to things. Okay, please hold together well enough that I can not have to hold you manually. Oh, that's what the groove here is for. It's for the wires to go to the light. Okay. Now. What happened to, there it is. Excuse me. So this E56 goes here. But before I do that, do I want to get these wires through it? Okay. So 2 is for the black wire, which you cannot see. 2 is for the black wire. There it goes. 1 is for the red wire. There are numbers marked on this little piece here. Why is one wire so much longer than the other? Okay. And then we just slot that into this little locking point. Okay. Then I need the other light. That's at a 90-degree. No duct tape on my setup. No, but I do have a clamp holding back the cables and the strap on the camera. Okay, light goes in there. Wires go along the groove. Black wire goes into, there's a hole on the top of this piece. A couple of holes for number 1 and number 2. James is coming back in from the catio. We will fix that shortly. The important part is getting through the holes here. At least at this moment. Okay. Is there anything to actually hold this down in here? Is one of... no? I guess it's just going to rely on the fact that there's going to be a plate on top of here to hold that down. I don't like that idea. I think what I'm going to do is pull out... no, I bet this has to be flat for the thing to go on top of it. Dang it. Except I have noticed that there's something that's not pushed all the way in down here. And it's not gonna stay there because it needs to be glued or something. Okay. All right. So we're just gonna have to... we're gonna bend this. And there we go. That's staying much better until we get the top put on it. Okay, got that in there, got that through there. I need another... what? Hold on. Okay, so I need another E55. I knocked over a different... I knocked over the D plate. E. 5. I feel like there's going to be one spare of these E55, which is fine with me. Okay, and then this goes... here. Okay. So this is going to have these wires in it. Also, Eric, you couldn't see at the very end, the water bottles are hanging from the other end of it via hanging wire, like picture hanging wire. So, no duct tape, but a couple other jury-rigged things. Come on now. I just need to be able to pinch just a little without you flopping over. There we go. Okay. Now... okay. Oh, now we're gonna put the wires together with these little bitty bits of electrical tape, apparently. Electrical tape slash Velcro? Okay. so the two lights need to twist these together. It says copper wire. These are not copper. These are silver. Still la pasta, Eric. Even the pros jury-rig things, yes. I can attest to that because I would have 10 or so years ago considered myself a semi-professional photographer. Okay, and then by Charlie. We are about to be invaded by Charlie. Okay. This is not... There's not enough... I feel like there's not enough slack in this one wire to make this really... what's the word? Doable / easy. Alright, move it, red wire, you're in the way. That helps, not having to keep the red wire out of the way. Okay. This requires smaller thumbs than I have. And finer freaking motor skills. You know what? I'm gonna twist these together the way an electrician would. Too bad I don't have any wire nuts that would be small enough for this. Okay, so... Okay, there's the black ones. Damn it. I want to glue this so that it stops. Things are coming apart, damn it. Gravity is not my friend right now. Like, eventually this will all be, like, held together, but not yet. Okay, black wires are taped together. So we'll move the black wires this way. That is totally going to show. There we go. I'm going to have to do some finagling and gluing once I get these actually attached. This one does not have near enough slack. Not for my giant fingers. There you are. Ah. That was slightly easier than the black one. I am going to go ahead and use the extras. Just to make sure things stay stuck together. No. There we go. So those are stuck together now. So haha, it lights up. Now this one popped out of where it's supposed to go, but we have a light. And the Lord said, "Let there be light." Yeah. So that's what it looks like currently. Power! Yep. I'm going to turn the switch off there because that's potentially dangerous. Okay. We've got that wired together. So next, put the batteries in. Okay. Then we're going to work on some of the backside. Sorta. Okay, so I need B1. It's this one. Oh. And that goes, where does that go? So from the back view, it goes facing this way. 1, 2, here. I don't know why. This is not in a visible part. Hi, Lily. It's all 3 cats that have stopped by to see me. Are we sure it doesn't go the other way? Lily, you're in the way. Sorry, babe. Love you, but you're in the way. Okay. Are we sure that doesn't go the other direction? I guess not. Not according to the directions. Okay, that's in place. Now I need G1. That's this big side panel. Thank you for counting the kitty, Errant Knight. And I need a couple of the angle brackets, 3 of them. Okay, put 1 bracket back, and I only need 3 screws, so the rest can go back. 1, 2, 3, so here's 2 more. And they're gonna go on these. Oh, that's the only places that has holes. Oh, I have an extra screw. Okay. The glue is really drying out. Oops. Okay. Nah. Here we go. And screwdriver was around here. Where did it end up? I mean, I've got other tiny screwdrivers, but it'd be nice to use one that came with it. There it is. It's under the instruction book. Okay. I'm not really too worried about the glue drying too quickly because apparently it takes forever to dry. I just had the 3rd screw. There it is. Okay. Crap. I over tightened it. I think I put glue in there. And this is gonna slot into some stuff. Okay, before I do this, I need to get the wires figured out because I don't want them to be visible. Okay, so like you go there, and why is there so much more of the black? There's really not, actually. Alright, so now we've got all this extra. And we're gonna do what with it? Do I have any tiny zip ties? There's none in the kit, but do I have any? I think I do. Where are they? Would anyone that's watching mind if I went and spent a couple minutes looking for some zip ties that would hopefully be able to keep these out of view through these windows? I feel like that's an oversight on their part. I will be back. I will look for some zip ties. Hopefully I do actually have them. Okay. Hold on.
You're drunk.
I'm a little bit. I'm drunk.
I'm not that drunk. I'm just high in life.
40K is all full of all kinds of zealots of straw stripes. Yes, that I do understand that much.
Hey!
About wow. Yes, my darling. I don't know what that dance was supposed to be for. Pizza Hut pizza? Okay. Okay. It might even be an allergy to scrap metal of an ancient nation. It's dwarvish, dude. Alright, this one. That played right as I clicked on this room, and I'm like, why is the room farting? Thanks, Eric. Why would the devs put a fart sound in this game? It's like a serious game. What is it? Ariel is partial to her dab. Oh my god, I just dabbed! I more or less swore to myself internally that I was never gonna dab. More bowls! More bowls. I should not have done that. Somebody's gonna clip that and it's gonna... You hear every bit of that. Moonstone! Oh my gosh, it's Moonstone! What are you doing here?
And good evening. My name is Robert and I try things. Today I am trying to pretend, not even really pretend, that I'm not drunk. I have totally been drunk all day.
Ye butt. Ye butt. Ye butt. Ye butt! Sorry, that was bad. The weed mixed with some hard liquor, some vodka that'll jumpstart the heart quicker than the shock when I get shocked at the hospital, when I get by the doctor when I'm not cooperating, when I'm rocking the table while he's operating. You waited this long, so stop debating, cause I'm back, I'm on the rag and ovulating. I know that you got a job, Miss Cheney, but your husband's heart problem's complicating, so the FCC won't let me be, so let me be me, so let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me, so come on, dip, bum on your lips.
I wasn't going to finish the rest of this because I wasn't super happy with it, but it's way the heck better than liver and onions.
Found the smallest zip tie I have. Wrong screen. There we go. So maybe, hopefully, I can get this finagled. I would need to basically get all of this collected up. There now. There we go. That's pretty nice. Got my wire cuts to snip off the extra there. There we go. Wunderbar. Okay. Now, try to get this on. Go. Here, mostly. There we go. I feel like the important things are in place. I feel like I need to zoom out a little. There we go. Now I need, there we go. I need to screw this front in. Come to me, little screw. Okay. Now I need P13. That is finally the mirror at the back. Remove the film. There it is. Hey, it's so shiny. You can see the camera and the microphone and me. Yeah. Wah. Funhouse mirror. Okay, this goes. Oh, there's a slot specifically for this right behind the train. That's what that was about. Okay, so what does that look like from the front? Hey, it makes it look deeper. Sweet. And then H2. This might be mildly difficult to get screwed into place. Wait. This is G. Okay. Ah. H2. There we go. The one without the big arch in it. Alright, we are done with H. Yeah, okay. So get this snapped in and then screwed in. Now, there we go. That's a very tight fit. Hi, James. I see you lurking over there over my shoulder. Okay. Now we gotta get this screwed in. There's a spare bracket, I think is what happened here. I'm gonna take the mirror out until I get this screwed in. I know it's gonna be slightly more difficult to get the mirror back in, but come on now, get in the hole. What's the dealio? Go in the hole, damn it. There it goes. Just need to get in there, not tight. There we go. We are. Okay, now let's try sliding the mirror back in. That is going to be difficult. I can't lie. I feel like it's less difficult than getting the screw screwed in would have been with the mirror still in the way. Okay, there we go. And two more down at this end. There we go. Now I need for the top of this thing. There we go. Final plastic piece. Film on here. Theoretically. There it is. Not that, this. This is going to slide into a few tabs. Should I glue this down? Yes, that's what it's saying. You can see this, okay. Okay. Wish I had a way to hold this down. I mean, eventually I will, because there's going to be a top piece on this, but... I wonder... Okay. While I'm holding that, let's turn the page. Yes, okay. This wooden part. This one I tried to break out earlier, the G, thinking it was the H. Now we're almost done here. There's a number of empty trays. It's the light. There we go. Okay, now that's all together. One last little piece of awning. Okay. B23 and a B22. Right, so... Oh, we're almost done. Okay. And a 22. 22. Just one? Okay. A little bit more corrugated to go on top of that. It's saying there's supposed to be a flower on this, but I am out of flowers. There are no more flowers. Who knows? Wait a minute, did I do this backwards? Just this way, okay. There we go. Goes into this little bit. There we go. There we go. Yeah, there's supposed to be a flower that goes on here, but I don't have any more flowers. They are all out. Now I need E24. What is this? Oh, okay. I was wondering about that. So, printed side of this E24 goes up. And then there's a couple more E pieces. E4, 7, and 3. There's 3. 4, 7. So 4 goes on top of 7 like this. And then E3 goes in between E4 and this last piece of railing. And then I need some glue. And then this. Goes on the front here. That's cute how it extends out from the front a little bit. Aha! Alright. That's it. We're done. I used an extra flower somewhere, but I don't know where. Ta-da! Good job. Thank you, Errant Knight. That's it. Now they do have 3 other options that I don't really care to do. One is supposed to be like King's Cross, and then this is supposed to be like Diagon Alley, and then this is just the Sunshine Town. But yeah, that's it. Trying to figure out if I can kill some lights and show you how this looks a little better. There we go. Now you can see it better. But we do need the light to see me. So, this is going to go back on the bookshelf. Let's see. How far down can you see? You can see to the second shelf. Okay. Can't tell what it is, but hey, it's there. It's nice. Ta-da! Shiny! Okay, now I've got a bunch of extra parts I need to figure out what to do with. Not extra parts, like spare parts. But I can do that later. So there goes my plan for tomorrow. So tomorrow's stream will probably be a spin the wheel stream, figure out what we're gonna play. I did get a new free game, so that could be interesting to try. Where's the lid for the group here? I might keep that. Yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for sticking around, Errant Knight, for a good while. Thank you, Splatzap and Eric and Ariel, for coming by. Thank you, everybody who has supported me so far with this build. Okay, let's get those over there with the rest of the stuff to throw away. And I'll toss the tiny screwdriver, too. So yeah, tomorrow we'll probably spin the wheel to figure out what game to play. Because yeah, I did both of the buildy type things that I had kind of been saving today. So that's all done. And yeah, everybody have a great afternoon. Stay safe, stay hydrated. Don't do anything you don't want to explain to the paramedics. I will see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Nope, Central. Central. I am in Central Time. Good night.